Hello everyone, welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. My name is Stephanie and today we are going to be learning how to work the popcorn stitch. It's a neat little textured stitch. As you can see, it gives lots of definition to our work. It's pretty interesting to work, but not as hard as it looks. I am using Paintbox Simply DK or double knit yarn and a Boye 4.25 millimeter hook for this project today. So I have a row of single crochets here on top of my puff stitches, and to begin we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is going to count as our first double crochet, and we want 4 more to go in this same space. Let's work in here. There is 2 technically. 3. 4. And 5. So you see how it makes this nifty little fan here? For us to turn it into a popcorn stitch, here comes the slightly tricky part. Pull up your yarn just a little bit so your work doesn't come out, and then you come back to the top of this chain 3 space, or to the top of your first double crochet, no matter which way you're working, and insert your hook. Now you're going to come over and you're going to grab that part of the yarn, tighten it down, and you're not going to yarn over, you're just going to pull that part through, tighten it down, it pops it up. So chain 1. Then we are going to skip this next space and we're going to do another one in that space. So we need 5 double crochets. There's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Pull up your yarn, come back here to the top of your first double crochet, insert your hook, insert it into that loop, pull it down, and then we will pull it through, tighten it down, chain 1. So let's do that one more time together. 5 double crochets, skip a space and then go on to the next space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull up your loop, go back to the top of your first double crochet, insert your hook, insert it into the last one, pull through, and then chain 1. Now continue on with this, skipping a space and then doing a popcorn, skipping a space, doing a popcorn, until you get down to the end, because I would like to show you how you work your next row, because that is super confusing and I don't want you to be lost. So pause the video, work all the way to the end, and I'll meet you right back. Okay, we're back and I have completed my row of popcorn stitches. And I wanted to show you guys how to work on the back. When I completed, I did chain 1 because I am going to do a row of single crochets. If you were going to work, say, double crochets as your next row, then you would chain up your 3 to get to your height. The really confusing thing about this is you will have one long stitch, but those chains that we made after we completed the popcorn stitches, those count as stitches. So we have to get in there. So this chain 1 is technically our first single crochet, and it's at the top of our popcorn stitch. So the next one we need to get into is this chain 1 space, and it can be a bit difficult to get into. There's lots of different ways to do this. Sometimes it doesn't work. There we go. Sometimes I have to flip my hook upside down to get into those tight spaces. And then we have a long space here at the top. So we will chain 1 here. Now we have to get into that smaller one. So turn my hook upside down. Get in there. Long space. The easier of the group to get into. Now we have that tiny little chain space again. However it is that you need to, sometimes I need to turn my work to get into it. Other times I can get it by flipping my hook upside down. One thing is for certain for everybody though, it's a process. There's a long one. That's the premise. There you go. Turning chaos into loveliness. So that's popcorn stitches. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And thank you for watching.